Good morning, everyone. I'm audible. Arbaz, Abdul, Lakshmi, Sai Teja.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. So before begin the session, I'll just keep my video off today because of some issues with my video camera. So all of you can type in your chat box like where are you from, which area of India, and some of the people may be from different country also. So can you type in the chat box and let me know where are you from, which city, whether you are from Nagpur, Pune, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, whichever states you are from in India and from other part of the world. You can type in the chat box. Okay. Pune. Okay. Kajal is from Pune. Abdul, Rakesh, Vishnu. Some are from Bangalore. Okay, that's good to see. Abdul from Andhra Pradesh. Nice. Rakesh from Hyderabad. Arbaz from Nagpur. That's great. Sahil from Nagpur. Abdul Ahad from Singapore. Yeah, I think we have an interaction on WhatsApp, Abdul. That's good to see that people from different parts of the world are joining. Vishaka from Amravati. Nice. Okay. So I hope all of you already know why you have joined for this session, to learn something, to understand something about interviews and tool test. Okay. So it's really great that all of you have given your time to attend my session today to understand how you can crack the interviews and tool test, what things you have to, uh, you know, uh, learn, or what skills you need to have before going for any kind of interviews or tool test. Okay, so it's great to have you all of you here, as all of you are from different parts of the world, different areas, and maybe the tools and techniques or the interviews or some of the questions may be different depending on the region where you are working in. Let's say some people are from Singapore, so in Singapore there may be a different set of questions which might be asked from a candidate. Okay, so I am here in this session generally focusing on basic general questions which an interviewer can ask. Okay, before proceeding, I want all of you to know that in the previous few weeks we have done sessions related to preparing a BIM portfolio, resume, cover letter. Okay, so we have done few good sessions about it, so I want all of you to go and check out on our YouTube channel. You will find the recording, because we are not going to take the very basic concepts how to prepare your portfolio or resume. Those things have already been covered in the past. Okay, so we are going to move on to what basically the kind of skills you need to have when you go and apply for an interview. Okay, so quickly we will start the session. I think all of you have already joined, so we'll begin the session. I'll share my screen. Give me a thumbs up if all of you can see my screen. Okay, cool. All of you can see the screen. So in this session today, I will be sharing you some of the resources from our BIM for Digital Construction training course. Okay. So this is the BIM for Digital Construction training course brochure. Some of you might have seen and some of you may not have seen. So as I mentioned in the poster itself, that 115 plus students who have been employed using the strategies and using the skills of how to get a job in the BIM sector. Okay, these are some of the students previously who have worked. They are in different companies in India, and some of them are even working overseas. Okay, like Intent to Associates, F5 BIM Solutions, at the NC Global, AV Design Lab. Some people are in Texture, AICD Infraventure, eLogitech. Okay, so this is a list of all the students who have taken the training course long time ago, and some of them have recently completed the training and they are here. So since the brochure is too limited, I haven't posted all the photos here of more than 115 plus people, but I hope you understand from the faces and from the name itself, like who are they and where they got placed. Okay, the name and their uh, company names. So this is about me. This I have been the director of iWorkstation Consultancy Private Limited. It's a educational and consultancy firm incorporated in 2019. Okay, so but I started teaching in 2017 itself. So since the past 6.5 years, I have been into the training and consultancy for companies as well as for students. So this is the methodology about the training course. I won't be going into too detail about my own course, but just to give you an impression like how it was started. So this is it. Next, I will be going making you to a step-by-step guideline to get your BIM job ready in 3 months. Okay. So this is a guideline which I have shared with a lot of people. Some of them I have shared freely, and some of them I have shared in my course itself. This guideline is totally prepared by iWorkstation. In this guideline, you will be able to know what are the steps you need to uh, qualify before you start applying for any job or any company. Okay, this is mandatory. I'm not saying that this is an optional. This is mandatory. If you don't have these kind of things, these kind of skill set, you should not apply for any job. You know, because a lot of people, you might have heard, your first impression is the last impression, right? So whenever you apply for any company, make sure you apply with full potential, okay, with full confidence. Okay, how you can get this potential and the confidence? Only if you have prepared yourself in a certain way. Okay, so this is a guideline for you to prepare. Learning BIM tools, basically architectural modeling, structural modeling, MEP modeling, creating a basic door and window family. Then advanced tools related to BIM execution plan, about Autodesk Construction Cloud, knowing scan to BIM modeling, quantity extraction, detailed drawing, 4D 5D simulation, resolutions, how to resolve the clashes, how to create a walkthrough or rendering in Lumion or Enscape or Revisto. Any tool you can use, not necessary you should be focusing on only one tool. More important is the deliverable, okay, like how you are going through it, because process and most of the deliverable are same. The tools might be changing. You can make a simple video with the iPhone also. You can make a same simple video with a Android phone as well and a Windows phone as well. Tools can be different. Tool test preparation. Okay, so today is the main topic which we're gonna discuss about is the tool test preparation and interview preparation. So there are basically different types of tool test preparations which a company can ask you. A time-based tool test preparation. I'll mix a little bit of Hindi and English as well, so all of you can understand. Okay, I hope no one have a problem with Hindi as well. So time-based tool preparation is basically a company will give you a CAD file or a PDF file or a JPEG or even an image file or a screenshot of any kind of design, and they will ask you to model it. Okay, so they can maybe give you like 1 hour or 2 hours or 30 minutes depending on the scale of the modeling. Okay, let's say they give you 1 hour. So in 1 hour you have to model a complete building or a complete infrastructure, whatever kind of drawings they're gonna give you. We are going to see exactly those type of drawings and those kind of test after this presentation. Okay, so time based tool test हो सकता है. Then there can be a parametric family creation. Okay, इसमें क्या होता है that the company can ask you create a basic simple door and window family example, है ना, या फिर आपको एक टास्क दे देंगे दैट यू हैव टू क्रिएट अ बेसिक टेबल फैमिली, बट इट शुड बी अ पैरामेट्रिक. व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय पैरामेट्रिक? Parametric is basically you can change the dimensions and the materials and some of the parameters inside that particular element as and when required. Okay, so this can be a challenging task because some companies can ask for parametric family creation. Sheet creation, that is a very important skill. Most of the companies, they ask people to create a sheet, you know, like a detailed sheet in which you have all the plans, elevations, sections, cutouts, callouts, some details, and properly arranged sheet with all the information, data, specifications, your naming, your logo. Okay, so all these things maybe ask how to create a sheet, a one particular sheet with proper detailing. Maybe they can ask you about detail structural part of the building, or the architectural part of the building, or the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, or firefighting part of the building. Anything can be asked. So you need to be make sure that you prepare all the disciplines. Okay, whether you are from the architecture background or the structure background or the MEP background, doesn't matter. You have to be prepared and versatile enough to give the tool test. Resolving clashes between various disciplines and making report, like आपको एक टास्क दिया जा सकता है कि आपको बोला जाएगा दैट देर आर टू डिफरेंट वन बिल्डिंग एंड टू डिफरेंट मॉडल्स. ओके, एक स्ट्रक्चरल मॉडल है और एक आर्किटेक्चरल मॉडल है, या एक स्ट्रक्चरल मॉडल है और एक MEP मॉडल है. सो नाउ यू हैव टू डिटेक्ट द क्लैशेस बिटवीन दीज टू डिफरेंट मॉडल्स. हो सकता है दे विल गिव यू अ टास्क, डिटेक्ट द क्लैशेस ओनली ऑन द फर्स्ट फ्लोर लेवल. ओके, सो सिर्फ फर्स्ट फ्लोर लेवल पे आपको डिटेक्ट करना रहेगा क्लैशेस, एंड देन यू हैव टू टेल देम हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व दीज क्लैशेस. कुछ क्लैशेस आप सॉल्व कर पाओगे, कुछ क्लैशेस आप सॉल्व नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि सम ऑफ द क्लैशेस माइट बी अ डिज़ाइन एरर, है ना, कि डिज़ाइन ही गलत है, डिज़ाइन के वजह से ही क्लैश आया है. सो एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इनपुट यू गिव फ्रॉम योर साइड. यू कैन नॉट टेल द इंटरव्यूअर के हाँ ये क्लैश है तो हम इसे रिजॉल्व करेंगे या फिर हम इसे छोड़ देंगे. नहीं, आपको अपना एक पर्सपेक्टिव पुट ऑन करना है ना. दे आर नॉट जस्ट seeing that you know how to use the tools, but they are also looking for the candidates who provide them solutions instead of asking them questions कि हमें ये solve कैसे करना है ना. So resolving clashes and detecting clashes is one of the things. So these are only 4 things which I have mentioned over here. So imagine tool test अगर कोई भी आपका लेगा, so सिर्फ ये 4 questions होंगे. So सिर्फ 4 questions आपको prepare करना is I don't think so is a very big difficult task if you know how and what to prepare. Okay, then when you apply for a job, this is a very important step. Are you all with me? Are you all listening? Give me a thumbs up if my voice is clear and audible. Okay, that's great. Next will be for applying a job. Okay, so as I discussed in the last few sessions also, you need to have your portfolio, resume, video resume, professional LinkedIn profile. These things I have already discussed in the previous few webinars. You can check out on a iWorkstation YouTube platform. You need to have the company website, email, LinkedIn, job portals. Maybe you can apply through WhatsApp. You can also apply through cold calling. Cold calling is basically you just pick up a phone call and try to call them and ask them if they have a time and if they can talk with you directly for 2 or 5 minutes. Okay, depending on which person you are talking. You can even do a cold call. Networking with professionals. Important question, introduce yourself. So obviously in any of the interview you will be asked the very first question, introduce yourself. So how do you introduce yourself? What do you need to mention? Okay, career objective. So lot of things you need to make a similarity. Like आपका जो introduction रहना चाहिए आपके इंटरव्यू में, वो आपके LinkedIn के प्रोफाइल से भी मैच होना चाहिए, है ना, क्योंकि you never know these people, the interviewers, they will even watch out your LinkedIn profile at the time when they are going to take your interview. See, let's say I am an interviewer. अगर मुझे आपका इंटरव्यू लेना है, so I will also at the same time I will also open your LinkedIn profile and then I will take your interview. Because LinkedIn profile will help you to understand who are you as a professional person. And इंटरव्यू में आप कुछ ज़्यादा अगर फेक हो या फिर if you are trying to blah blah about something else which you are really not, then the interviewer can easily adapt, like you are telling a lie about yourself or whatever you know about it, है ना. सो मेक श्योर कि लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल का जो आपका अबाउट मी का सेक्शन है एंड आपका इंट्रोडक्शन है वो रिलेटेबल हो, वो मैच हो. आपके रिज्यूम में जो आपके बारे में लिखा है वो आपके इंट्रोडक्शन में भी जाहिर होना चाहिए, है ना. करियर ऑब्जेक्टिव, आपको क्या बनना है, व्हाट यू वांट टू बिकम, व्हाट यू वांट टू एक्सेल in one particular field. Let's say in BIM, आपको क्या बनना है. You want to become a BIM manager, you want to work in some company, you want to have a focused or a fixed goal in your mind, anything. If you have a fixed goal, it's okay, mention it. If you don't have a fixed goal, still it's fine, but you need to mention what you want to become, right? What is your objective of having a job. लिंक्डइन व्हाट्सएप मैसेज ड्राफ्ट, लिंक्डइन व्हाट्सएप फॉलो अप मैसेज ड्राफ्ट। बेसिकली जब आप अप्लाई करते हो कंपनीज में, उसके बाद मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आई हैव सीन दे डोंट टेक अ फॉलो अप, दे डोंट मैसेज एनीवन, है ना। इवन इफ यू अप्लाई 200-500 कंपनीज, ओके, लेकिन आपको रिस्पॉन्स कितने कंपनीज से मिलेगा? मे बी 5-10। आपका अगर रिस्पॉन्स इम्प्रूव करना है, यू हैव टू डू अ फॉलो अप, ओके। सो वो कैसे करना चाहिए, दैट यू नीड टू लर्न। मेल ड्राफ्ट, many companies you need to apply through a mail. You cannot just directly type on the mail, hello, I am looking for a job, this is my resume, kindly find the attachment, you know. You need to have a professional communication कि आप अगर मेल के थ्रू अप्लाई कर रहे हो तो किस तरीके से अप्लाई करोगे, व्हाट्सएप के थ्रू कर रहे हो तो किस तरीके से अप्लाई करोगे। कोल्ड कॉल पिच, आप अगर किसी को कॉल कर रहे हो तो आप किस तरीके से और किस पोलाइटनेस से आप उनके साथ बात करोगे, है ना। किस जेनरस वे से आप उनके साथ डिस्कशन इनिशिएट करोगे, क्या क्वेश्चंस आप उनसे पूछोगे, दीज थिंग्स यू हैव टू नो। देन यूजिंग लिंक्डइन प्रोफेशनली। अब today's session is about tool test and interview, but why I am showing you all these things is these are the background, okay, these are the backbone of your interview and your tool test. If you don't have your backbone strong enough, then you cannot withstand the interview and the tool test. So you need to have a professional LinkedIn profile, then only you can go for a better interview or a tool test, okay. Weekly 2 to 3 you can post. Many of the people, they post on social media like WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook. Why can't you post something about BIM or something about yourself, whatever you are learning, okay. 2 से 3 पोस्ट आप every week कर सकते हो. You can use polls, you can use a questions, you can share any BIM related content, okay. You can even like, share and comment on the post of the BIM influencers. How you can find it, I have shared in the previous few webinars how you can find the BIM influencers before initiating the conversation. Actively understand the area of interest and appreciate the efforts. Do not indulge in any specific questions unless they respond back positively, okay. Make sure कि आप अपना communication जो है थोड़ा general रखो किसी के भी साथ. You cannot indulge in a very specific question, okay. So these are the few things which needed to help you to get ready for the 3 months of for the job or for applying any companies. Now if we look at the tool test, the very first thing I'll be showing you is a tool test preparation, okay. So अगर कोई tool test होता है कंपनी में, usually how they shortlist any candidate, there are few ways of shortlisting a candidate, okay. Are you all with me, everyone? Yeah. Few ways, they might give you a tool test first, okay. They don't want to spend their own time focusing on like इंटरव्यू, बिकॉज इंटरव्यू इज़ अ वेरी लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, है ना, क्योंकि उनको हाफ एन आवर 1 आवर एक कैंडिडेट का इंटरव्यू लेना रहेगा या ग्रुप इंटरव्यूज लेना रहेगा. सो इट्स अ वेरी टाइम टेकिंग टास्क. सो व्हाट दे कैन डू इज दे कैन गिव यू अ टूल टेस्ट, either a 1 day tool test, 2 day tool test, or either they can give you a 30 minutes tool test, or either they can give you a remote access tool test. remote access tool test भी होता है, जैसे कि आप let's say Abdul Ahad, he is in Singapore and he is applying for a company in Malaysia, example. So company can ask Abdul to come on a platform like Zoom or any other platform they have in their own company, and they will ask to remotely access the computer and tell something about what this particular tool is, what is this, how you can model this particular element, or what is this parameters, anything they can ask, okay. So let's have a look at some of the tool test. So I'm going to show you one simple building. Can you see this simple building over here? It's a small home, G+1, ground floor plus first floor, and then there is a terrace, okay. So let's say if someone gives you a test like this, you have a photo or an image of this particular building कि इस तरीके से आपको डिज़ाइन बनाना है, okay. Next you might have a ground floor. You can see this ground floor over here. You can see some columns, some walls, doors, and the area names, the sizes, okay. So all these are in GIF, okay. I mentioned over there it can be a JPG or PDF or CAD file, but they can even give you a GIF, who knows, right. So here it is a GIF. You can see the first floor plan, okay. So now you have only 1, 2 and 3. 3 images about one particular building. Now what you have to do is make a parametric window and door family. Assume data. आपको एक डोर और विंडो का फैमिली बनाना है एंड यू हैव टू अज्यूम अ डेटा. Make a 3D BIM model from the images given. LOD 200 means level of detail should be just 200. You don't need to be very specific, or you don't need to give too much information about wall or columns or beams or anything like that. Just make a LOD 200 model. Render images from any tool. Okay, you can either use a cloud based tool, or you can use a AI platform, or you can use Lumion or any tool. Okay. You need to give 3 images. What is the total time duration over here? 1 hour. Okay, so this is the most basic tool test I have shown you right over here. If I ask you this question, how many of you can do this work in just 1 hour? If you can do this work in 1 hour, then you are like 80% prepared for the tool test. If you cannot do this work in 1 hour, just try to imagine, like, if you have this kind of drawing, because I don't know your efficiency, like everyone have a different way of doing the work. Some people might take a lot of time, some people can do it much faster, some people can do the same work for 4 hours, whereas some people can do the same work in 30 minutes also. Okay, so I don't know your efficiency, but you are the person who can do this work in what time. So can you all comment down in the chat box over here how many minutes or how many hours you will take to do this particular test? Just give me a rough figure, whether you will take 60 minutes, 80 minutes, 2 hours, 4 hours, or in 30 minutes you can do it, this small test. 1 hour? Can anyone of you do this test in 1 hour? You can type in the chat box. Depending on your efficiency, how much you think, how much time you will require to finish up this modeling work. You can comment down in the chat box, everyone. Abdul, Rakesh, 30 minutes, 2 hours, okay, maybe 2 hours, okay, yeah, usually on an average, Abdul is correct. So if you can do it in 2 hours, it's like you are an average person who can qualify in this tool test. Okay, but how you can bring it from 2 hours to 30 minutes or 45 minutes? That is the question which I am really much interested in this session today. यानी आप अगर 2 घंटे में कोई चीज़ कर सकते हो, तो उस चीज़ को आप 30 to 45 मिनट्स में कैसे कर सकते हो? Can anyone tell me how you can achieve this thing in just 30-45 minutes? If on an average anyone can do this work in just 2 hours, कैसे कर सकते हैं? Absolutely, Rakesh, correct. Practice. If you know these kind of tool test, है ना, जैसे आप ये सेशन में समझ रहे होगे किस तरीके के टूल टेस्ट आते हैं. So once you practice this, you can do it in 30-45 minutes. आपको बहुत ज़्यादा प्रैक्टिस भी नहीं करना है. आपको क्या करना है, लाइक ये एक एग्जांपल मैंने आपको शो किया है. दिस इज़ द वेरी बेसिक एंड सिंपल एग्जांपल. कोई भी बिम कंपनीज में आपको ये पूछा जाएगा, ठीक है. सो ये आपको प्रैक्टिस करके देखना है कितना टाइम में आप सॉल्व कर पा रहे हो. दे माइट नॉट बी टेकिंग यू, मे बी आप कोई अगर बिम ट्रेनिंग कोर्स कर रहे हो, iWorkstation से कर रहे हो, या फिर कोई भी इंस्टीट्यूट से कर रहे हो, ठीक है. इट माइट टेक यू 2 months, 3 months और 5 months और 6 months टू कंप्लीट वन पर्टिकुलर कोर्स. ओके, बट जब आप कोई भी टूल टेस्ट दोगे, वो आपको 2 महीने तो नहीं देंगे, आपको 2 दिन भी नहीं देंगे. दे माइट ओनली गिव यू 1 hour और 45 minutes, है ना. या फिर और सिंपल प्रोजेक्ट दे देंगे आपको कि बोलेंगे कि लाइक इतना भी नहीं है, G+1 भी नहीं है, सिर्फ ग्राउंड फ्लोर है, and you have to make it. So you need to be very much efficient, and you have to practice these kind of tool tests well enough before going into a real tool test. Okay, so this is one example. Second example हम देखते हैं यहाँ पे. I'll show you this one over here. Okay, what is written over here? Please find below the floor plans and details of architecture. Test includes the following sheets to refer. ठीक है, यहाँ पे कुछ शीट्स दी हुई है. पार्टीशन डिटेल, फ्लोर प्लान डिटेल्स, डायमेंशन प्लान है, यहाँ पे रूफ प्लान है, एक्सटीरियर एलिवेशन है, बिल्डिंग सेक्शंस है. इन दिस यू हैव टू 3D मॉडल ऑन द फॉलोइंग डिटेल्स फोकसिंग ऑन आर्किटेक्चरल मॉडल. ठीक है, ये स्पेसिफिकली थोड़ा आर्किटेक्चरल मॉडलिंग के ऊपर है. क्या क्या चीज़ें आपको मॉडल करना है? वॉल, डोर्स, विंडोज, रूफ, स्लैब, सीलिंग, फिनिशेस एक्सेट्रा फॉर द गिवन प्रोजेक्ट. एक्सेट्रा मतलब ये तो मॉडल करना ही है, बट और भी कुछ एलिमेंट्स अगर आपको दिखते हैं तो आप मॉडल कर सकते हो. ओके, प्लेस अप्रोप्रिएट रेविट फैमिलीज. ओके, सो नाउ यू कैन सी ओवर हियर कि कितना डिटेल में यहाँ पे चीज़ें दी हुई है. इफ आई एम गोना जूम इट, दिस इज अ PDF फाइल. Now how you bring in this PDF file in your project? How you gonna model these things? All the areas. Floor plan, area B dimension. On the right side you can see the keynotes, roof level detail. So here यहाँ पे उन्होंने कुछ डिटेल भी दी है. ठीक है, कि ऐसे डिटेल आपको बनाना है, ऐसा रूफ लेवल बनाना है. So आपको शीट्स भी क्रिएट करना रहेगा. This is the model you have to make. But over here they have not defined कि कितने टाइम फ्रेम में आपको ये चीज़ कंप्लीट करना है. मे बी आई एम अज्यूमिंग they have given you 2 days to complete. Okay, they have given you this work on Friday and they ask you to complete on Saturday and Sunday and deliver it by Monday morning 9 a.m. Okay, so you have 2 days, you have to complete this project. अब ये प्रोजेक्ट जो दिख रहा है आपको सामने, ये टूल टेस्ट जो दिख रहा है, इट्स अ लिटिल बिट चैलेंजिंग क्योंकि यहाँ पे आपको डिटेल में यू हैव टू डू इट. अब ये टाइप के जो टूल टेस्ट है ये किसे दिए जाते हैं? यूजुअली ये टाइप के जो टूल टेस्ट है ये उन कैंडिडेट्स को दिया जाता है जो ऑलरेडी सिलेक्टेड है और या फिर जिनका ऑलरेडी इंटरव्यू हो चुका है एंड दे आर वेरी मच श्योर दैट दीज पीपल आर द पोटेंशियल कैंडिडेट्स फॉर द कंपनी, है ना. सो उनको ये टूल टेस्ट दिया जाएगा. कम ओवर हियर, या उनको ये टूल टेस्ट दिया जाएगा बिकॉज नाउ दे आर इन्वेस्टिंग मोर टाइम ऑन दीज काइंड ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स. दे आर गिविंग नॉट जस्ट अ टाइम बेस्ड टेस्ट, इट्स अ रियली स्पेसिफिक टेस्ट वेयर दे आर गोइंग टू सी कि उनका डिटेलिंग कैसा है, वो किस तरीके से मटेरियल लेजेंड्स एंड ऑल दीज डिटेल्स वो क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे सिंपल सा डेफिनेशन है कि आपको मॉडल करना है, बट इफ इन 2 days you can do the modeling as well as you can create the sheets as well as you can show them how all the detailing work जो यहाँ पे डिस्क्राइब किया है इस तरीके से, है ना. सो दे कैन सी के या यू ऑलरेडी हैव ऑल दीज स्किल्स, यू नो हाउ टू शो द इंफॉर्मेशन एंड द डिटेल. Okay, so this is one example of another tool test. So similarly these kind of tool tests might be there. Then there can be one more type of tool test, let's say related to Navisworks. Okay, they might give you a Revit file जिसमें आपको clashes detect करना है and आपको resolve भी करना है, and then you have to submit the model जो आपका clash free model है. In that, like just few minutes ago we discussed about this Navisworks. So these kind of tests will be there. Okay, now next after the test there will be a kind of interview. So interview किस तरीके से हो सकता है, क्या questions आपके पूछ सकते हैं, what things you have to prepare. Okay, so some of the details I am gonna show you over here. Like introduce yourself. So how you gonna introduce yourself? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Obviously depending on your time scale wherever you are, whether you are taking a live or whether you are doing a in-person interview, you have to greet the person. You need to mention about your career roles. How did you hear about this role? These are the basic questions they can ask you. Why do you want to join this company? If I ask you why you want to join this company, example XYZ company is there, you need to have a reason why you want to join this company. You can give a reason like, okay, this company is in my hometown, so it's more convenient for me to work from my own hometown rather than shifting my location. These can be the potential answers. Why do we hire you? An interviewer can ask you, why do we hire you? So all these questions have an answer as well in this particular PDF. I'm keen to learn new things quickly and assure that I will give my best to the company. अब ये मतलब नहीं होता है कि आप exactly copy paste करके यही आपके इंटरव्यू में दोगे, है ना. इसे थोड़ा सा आप कस्टमाइज़ करोगे अपने तरीके से, आप खुद अपने पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, अपने POV से डिस्क्राइब करोगे ये क्वेश्चन को, है ना. वीकनेस, यूजुअली ये सब क्वेश्चन से पूछे जाते हैं, व्हाट इज योर वीकनेस, यू हैव टू बी मोर इन अ पॉजिटिव मैनर, यू हैव टू रिप्लाई इवन इफ यू हैव अ वीकनेस. लाइक I can tell many people have a weakness of they get distracted very easily. Okay, they are not very focused enough in their work, they are pretty lazy. So everyone will have weakness, even the interviewer have a weakness when he started working in any company, but how you describe your answer is more important. Let's say my weakness is I am very detail oriented, I look too much in the details and work. So that is a very positive weakness, है ना, कि आप हर चीज़ में डिटेल में काम करते हो. अगर आपको जितना काम दिया है आप उतना काम आधे घंटे में फिनिश कर सकते हो, बट यू टेक मे बी 2 hours बिकॉज आप डिटेल में वर्क कर रहे हो. सो दिस इज़ अ वीकनेस, बट अगेन दिस इज़ अ वेरी प्लस पॉइंट ऑन द अदर साइड. इफ़ यू लुक इट फ्रॉम अ अदर पर्सपेक्टिव, इट्स अ वेरी प्लस पॉइंट, बिकॉज अगर आप इतने डिटेल में काम करते हो और फोकस करते हो कोई चीज़ के ऊपर, that shows you are genuinely interested in doing things, right? Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? So this is a very like for some point of view, for some people this is a very straightforward question. It means कि आप आने वाले टाइम में खुद को 5 साल में कहाँ देखते हो. Maybe you cannot say I see myself in Dubai, okay, I see myself in Australia. इट मीन्स कि आप खुद को किस तरीके से, किस सिचुएशन में, किस एनवायरनमेंट में देखना चाहते हो. ओके, लेट्स से you feel that you see yourself a very matured person in this BIM sector, and you will be handling a team of 5 people, or you will be handling at a managerial position, or you would be able to coordinate with the clients and the companies. You will be able to manage multiple projects on, or maybe some of the interesting topics which you are interested, जैसे कि some people are interested in infrastructure domain, so you can tell that I am more interested in the infrastructure domain side, but again depending on the company which hire you. Okay, अगर ये कंपनी में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर रिलेटेड प्रोजेक्ट्स आते ही नहीं है और आप उनको बोलोगे कि आई एम मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर साइड ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट्स, सो वो आपको हायर ही नहीं करेंगे, है ना. वो आपको सीधा बोल देंगे अरे ये गलत जगह पे आ गए हो आप, you have to go to some other company like L&T or Afghans or Shapoorji, right? So you need to be very sure कि आप किस तरीके से कौन सी कंपनी को क्या आंसर कर रहे हो. हर एक आंसर आपके कॉमन नहीं हो सकते एक कंपनी के लिए. व्हाट इज़ योर बिगेस्ट अचीवमेंट, आपने क्या अचीव किया अपने लाइफ में. ऑब्वियसली हैविंग अ सिविल इंजीनियरिंग डिग्री इज़ नॉट माई बिगेस्ट अचीवमेंट. ओके, यहाँ पे जो आंसर लिखा है, दिस इज़ अ वेरी, I will just say the word is a very stupid answer. Civil engineering with a first class distinction is a very stupid answer over here. But you can mention that what is your biggest achievement. Maybe you have taken a part in a paper presentation. Okay. Maybe you have taken part in elocution or in sports and you have excelled in that field. How you have overcome your fears. Something related to that, will be your biggest achievement. Not finishing a class with first class with distinction. SGPA, CGPA, you need to know what is it. About the company you need to know कि आप कोई भी कंपनी में जा रहे हो, है ना, कोई भी कंपनी में आप इंटरव्यू दे रहे हो, यू नीड टू नो कि वो कंपनी का मिशन विजन क्या है. ओके, आप किस तरीके से वो कंपनी में इंटरव्यू दे सकते हो. व्हाट इज़ द विजन ऑफ द कंपनी, व्हाट इज़ द फिलोसफी ऑफ द कंपनी, व्हाट इज़ द कोर वैल्यूज ऑफ द कंपनी. कोई भी कंपनी इंटरव्यू दे रहे हो उसके कुछ एम्प्लॉयज से डिस्कस करो पहले जाने के, है ना, लिंक्डइन पे बात करो. Then I'll scroll down. AutoCAD के बारे में they might ask you something. Revit के बारे में they might ask you something. Advantages of Revit, limitations of Revit. They might ask you about the different dimensions of BIM. What are the dimensions in BIM? They might ask you some abbreviations like LEED, IGBC, GRIHA, BREEAM. What is facility management? What is LOD? 100, 200, 500 and so on. What is structural elements, architectural elements? What are parameters in Revit? What is project parameters? What is family parameters? What are type parameters? What are global parameters or system parameters? Which parameters can include schedule or tags? So these kind of basic questions. What is depth, height? What is the difference between link versus import? यानी अगर आप कोई भी चीज़ लिंक करते हो या इंपोर्ट करते हो, क्या डिफरेंस है दोनों में. रेफरेंस प्लेन का क्या मतलब होता है, डिटेल लाइन का क्या मतलब होता है, मॉडल लाइन का क्या मतलब होता है, पैरामेट्रिक फैमिली क्या होती है, नॉन पैरामेट्रिक फैमिली क्या होती है, व्हाट इज अ नेस्टेड फैमिली, एडेप्टिव कंपोनेंट्स, कॉल आउट्स क्या होते हैं. ओके, Many people, they know how to do the modeling. That's a very simple thing. Anyone can learn that. Okay, they can learn from a training institute, and they can even learn from a YouTube channel or somewhere else. But these are the questions they will ask you in an interview. Floor plans क्या होता है, room spaces, materials, basic technical questions related to sheet, related to match line और central file कैसे create करते हैं, work sets how do you create for any elements, work sharing monitor, copy monitor, how do you set keyboard shortcuts, different shortcuts जो keyboards में आप set करते हो. Example, if you are using a Revit और AutoCAD, आपको shortcuts create करना रहेगा. एक by default उनके shortcuts होते हैं, but you can even create your own shortcuts depending आपके efficiency कैसी है. Like if I want to work on any project, I will always create a shortcut, है ना. I will create a shortcut very near to the left hand of my keyboard. Keyboard के left side में I'll create, and I'll put my left hand on the keyboard near to Q, W, A, S, D, Z, X. These are the letters which I am more interested in, because even if I don't look at my keyboard, I can still type it over there, है ना. So आपका efficiency बढ़ जाएगा, है ना. जैसे मैंने आपके पहले अभी जस्ट सवाल पूछा था, आप कोई 2 घंटे का काम हाफ एन आवर या 45 मिनट्स में कैसे कर सकते हो, अगर आप कोई चीज़ देख नहीं रहे हो और एंड यू आर वेरी मच कॉन्फिडेंट इनफ कि यू आर क्लिकिंग द राइट बटन, है ना. सो आपका एफिशिएंसी इंप्रूव होगा अगर आप इस तरीके से शॉर्टकट्स. एग्जांपल, अलाइन का शॉर्टकट इज AL. A इज ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड ऑफ द कीबोर्ड एंड L इज ऑन द वेरी राइट साइड ऑफ द कीबोर्ड. अगर आप उसका शॉर्टकट कुछ इस तरीके से चेंज कर देते हो, एग्जांपल QQ और AA or anything which is very near to your hand on your fingers, and you don't even have to look at it, and on the right hand you are using your mouse. Okay, so these ways you can improve your efficiency and create the work in much lesser time. The different this sheet is with respect to structural. Okay, so different abbreviations, shuttering remove time, basic civil engineering questions, 1 cubic cement requires 30 cement bags. So basic questions related to that. Okay. These can be basic relatable questions related to architecture, MEP also. What is a DPR, detailed project report? Well, ये बेसिक क्वेश्चंस विल नॉट बी रियली मच इंटरेस्टेड अगर आप कोई कंपनी में अप्लाई करते हो, एंड इफ़ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ रोल एंड यू हैव ऑलरेडी ग्रेजुएटेड फ्रॉम अ यूनिवर्सिटी, देन ये क्वेश्चंस ज़्यादा अप्लीकेबल नहीं होते हैं. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चंस कौन से सिनेरियो और कौन से केस में अप्लीकेबल होते हैं, जब आप ऑलरेडी एक स्टूडेंट हो, कोई यूनिवर्सिटी में आप पढ़ रहे हो, यू आर टेकिंग BTech, BE और आर्किटेक्चर और MEP और एनी एजुकेशन यू आर टेकिंग, एंड देन यू आर अप्लाइंग फॉर अ कंपनी, एंड वो कंपनी आपके कैंपस रिक्रूटमेंट ले रही है. ओके, इन दैट केस द कंपनी नोज के कैंडिडेट को ज़्यादा सॉफ्टवेयर नॉलेज नहीं है. उस केस में वो ज़्यादा टेक्निकल नॉलेज के ऊपर फोकस करते हैं. ठीक है, वेरएज ये टेक्निकल नॉलेज और टेक्निकल प्रिपरेशन इतना रिक्वायर्ड नहीं रहता है इंडस्ट्री में. टेक्निकल राउंड, इंट्रोड्यूस योर सेल्फ, व्हाट इज़ अ वर्किंग ड्राइंग, different types of architectural plan you can mention, what is LOD, what is fabrication, types of roof, what is LOD 200 and 300, what is 4D and 5D. Okay, elaborate your practice project, why do you want to join this company, what is your short term and long term goal, what is your strength, weakness, these kind of questions. Okay, I hope everyone understood what kind of interview questions any company can ask you and what type of tool test a company can ask you. Let's take on a Q&A session. Anyone have any questions related to topic today? You can raise your hand. Any questions? Sabir, Vishakha, Abdul. Yeah, Mayank.
Sir, the same question which I asked you that
Yeah.
how to push yourself from getting intern position to modeler position.
First of all, you don't apply into any intern role.
Yes, but if you want to go for modeler, what should I complete in my portfolio or what? How should I go?
Absolutely. So if you want to apply for a modeler role, you need to just go and look which type of roles are available in the market at the moment. Maybe I have given you a list of all the companies. So you need to apply in all the companies over there. Number one, okay, with all the data which you have, like the cover letter, CV, resume, portfolio, everything. Let's say you apply in 200 companies. Out of 200 companies, who are the companies are responding you? Let's say only 5 companies respond you back. 195 companies doesn't respond you back. So how do you gonna reach out to these 195 companies? You are going to LinkedIn, open up their LinkedIn account page. You are going to connect with all the people which are there in these companies, like the directors, their HR, okay, and then you are going to initiate a discussion or a communication with these people. You are going to initiate a conversation with the director directly. Hello sir, I have applied for this particular role in your company. I haven't received any feedback. There are maybe two scenarios. उनके कंपनी में या तो जॉब होंगे या तो जॉब नहीं होंगे. अगर उनके कंपनी में जॉब है, so it's a very plus point. You can ask directly related to that particular job position. जैसे उनके कंपनी में एक जॉब है BIM इंजीनियर के लिए, okay, which have a experience required minimum 2 to 5 years experience, but you don't have any experience, okay. Now you have already applied for this company. You can show him your portfolio, you can show him your work directly on the LinkedIn, share your portfolio or share your link wherever you have pushed in. I have guided you how to put all the data in one A360 drive, right, जिसमें आप अपना पोर्टफोलियो, वीडियो रिज्यूम, आपका प्रोजेक्ट, सब चीज़ें एक ही लिंक में पुट ऑन कर सकते हो. सो वो लिंक आप डायरेक्टली शेयर कर दोगे उनके साथ, डायरेक्टर के साथ, इवन HR के साथ, क्योंकि ये कंपनी में वैकेंसी है, बट आप वो कंपनी के वैकेंसी में क्वालिफाई नहीं होते. आपका शायद एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, यू आर जस्ट अ फ्रेश ग्रेजुएट और यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस इन सम अदर डोमेन, but still you can initiate a conversation with them. Now this is something they are gonna focus on, because एक कंपनी में imagine, I'll give you a very simple question. अगर मैं बोलता हूँ मेरी कंपनी में आपके पास इंटरव्यू वैकेंसी है, there are 5 vacancy and I am looking for fresh graduates all over India, how many people will apply? Thousands, more than thousands people will apply, right? Because it's a vacancy is for fresh graduates, है ना, and I don't want to spend time on thousands of applications. It will be so difficult work for me. लेकिन वो 1000 लोगों में से कितने लोग हैं जो आपसे डायरेक्टली रीच आउट करेंगे लिंक्डइन पे इन अ प्रोफेशनल मैनर? very rare. Maybe 5 or 10 people will reach out to you. Hello sir, this is so and so. And उसमें से भी 10 लोग अगर रीच आउट करेंगे तो वो 10 में से कितने लोग हैं जो आपसे फॉलो अप लेंगे? शायद 2 या 4 लोग. So I hope you are getting to know my point of view कि आप वो चीज़ करो. You have to bring into that 1% or 3% of the category which increase your chances to 80%, 90% of getting hired. You have to directly reach out to these people. If you can't do that, like no one is going to do that for you, है ना. You need to have your draft prepared कि आप LinkedIn पे अगर कोई कन्वर्सेशन करोगे तो किस तरीके से करोगे. आई गेस लास्ट टाइम हमने कुछ सेशंस में डिस्कस भी किए थे, एंड लास्ट टाइम मैंने एक सेशन लिया था साहिल अरबाज ये सब के साथ about 3 days becoming a BIM engineer session, in which I have guided them how you can use ChatGPT and AI algorithms to actually make a conversation. यानी आप रियल टाइम में अगर किसी के साथ कोई कन्वर्सेशन कर रहे हो तो किस तरीके से आप कन्वर्सेशन इनिशिएट करोगे, क्या क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हो और वो क्या रिप्लाई कर सकते हैं आपको. सो बेस्ड ऑन देयर रिप्लाई व्हाट क्वेश्चंस यू आर गोइंग टू आस्क देम अगेन. अगर ये आपको कोई AI बता दे रहा है या कोई एक एल्गोरिदम आपको बता दे रहा है कि किस तरीके से कन्वर्सेशन आपको इनिशिएट करना है या बात करना है, सो व्हाई डोंट यू यूज दीज काइंड ऑफ प्लेटफॉर्म्स एंड स्टार्ट इट आउट. ये एक कंपनी का एग्जांपल दिया है. 195 कंपनीज आर देयर, एंड इफ यू इनिशिएट दिस टाइप ऑफ कन्वर्सेशन विद दीज कंपनी पीपल, आई डोंट थिंक सो एटलीस्ट 50% विल बी द चांसेस ऑफ रिप्लाई. अगर 50% भी आपका चांसेस ऑफ रिप्लाई बढ़ जाता है, देन द बेस्ट पॉइंट इज कि आपका चांसेस ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट इंक्रीज हो रहा है. वो आपको एटलीस्ट इंटरव्यू के लिए तो कंसिडर करेंगे, वो एटलीस्ट ये देखेंगे कि ये इंसान प्रॉपरली कम्युनिकेट कर रहा है. अब ये तो एक स्ट्रेटेजी मैंने आपको बता दिया सिंपल ओरली, है ना, बट और एक चीज़ वो देखते हैं कि आप कितने कंसिस्टेंट हो आपके काम में. आपको पता है आप टैलेंटेड, आपको पता है आपके पास स्किल्स है, आपको पता है कि आपका कम्युनिकेशन अच्छा है, यू आर अ डिजर्विंग कैंडिडेट, ठीक है. लेकिन लिंक्डइन को नहीं पता है ना. लिंक्डइन आपका क्या है? लिंक्डइन आपका फ्रेंड है. लिंक्डइन इज योर फ्रेंड. सो यू हैव टू टेल लिंक्डइन what you deserve, what you are capable of. So consistency is the key. रेगुलरली आप लिंक्डइन पे कुछ कंसिस्टेंटली पोस्ट करते रहोगे, कुछ शेयर करोगे रिलेटेबल बिम कंटेंट, ओके, वॉट एवर यू हैव लर्न, आई एम श्योर यू हैव लर्न अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. इवन एक छोटा सा पार्ट आप एक स्क्रीनशॉट लेके शेयर कर रहे हो और यू आस्क चैट जीपीटी टू राइट अ एंटायर स्क्रिप्ट ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक एंड शेयर इट ऑन लिंक्डइन, दैट बिकम सो इजी, राइट. एंड ये चीज़ आप प्लान आउट करके रख लो एक दिन संडे को, जैसे टुडे इज संडे, जस्ट प्लान आउट 5-6 पोस्ट एंड एक हफ्ता आपका सॉर्टेड है. You just need to go on to that time like 2 a.m. or 4 p.m. Sorry, 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. in the afternoon and post it out on LinkedIn. Or you can tag iWorkstation or some people or your friends in that post, or the people who are taking the training with iWorkstation.
Okay.
है ना?
Yes, sir.
So these are the ways. अगर आप बैठ जाओगे और आप बोलोगे कि लाइक कंपनीज नहीं है या फिर इन पोजीशंस नहीं है, देन नथिंग इज गोइंग टू वर्क आउट. यू हैव टू पुश योरसेल्फ. ये एक तरीका होता है अप्लाई करने का. वेर इज एक अदर साइड भी आई हैव सीन माई स्टूडेंट्स कि वो इतने सारी कंपनीज में अप्लाई नहीं करते हैं. वो पहली बात कंपनी में अप्लाई भी नहीं करते हैं, बट उनका एक फिक्स टारगेट रहता है कि लाइक मुझे ये कंपनी में जाना है. And by stroke of luck I would say, or by some kind of referral or chance I can say, सही टाइम पे वो सही कंपनी में अप्लाई करते हैं एंड दे गेट अ अपॉर्चुनिटी डायरेक्टली. ऐसे कई सारे सिचुएशंस हुए, बट आई एम नॉट टेलिंग यू कि लाइक आपको भी ऐसा करना चाहिए कि एक ही कंपनी में अप्लाई करना चाहिए और एक ही कंपनी पे फोकस करना चाहिए. कीप योर ऑप्शंस ओपन अप, है ना. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Sabir, Abid, Anand, any other questions? Kajal, Irfan? Yeah. Okay. Is there will be any MCQ tool test? Rakesh have asked this question. Yeah, there can be a MCQ, multiple choice question tool test हो सकता है. एंड कुछ सिनेरियोज में एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट भी होता है ना. आपको एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट पता होगा कि एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट कैसा होता है. दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन नो नॉलेज, लाइक इवन इफ यू हैव नो नॉलेज अबाउट एनी पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक, एनीवन कैन गिव अ एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट. सो एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट हेल्प्स द इंटरव्यूअर टू सिलेक्ट द कैंडिडेट्स जिनका एक अच्छा माइंडसेट है, इंटेलिजेंस है. So they can even give you an aptitude test or MCQ test. But MCQ test, these things you don't need to worry about preparation. Basically preparation, what you have to do is these questions which I have just showed you about Revit, about software, about sheet creation, about parameters, families, about tool test. Okay, these are the very basic questions. But even more than that, इसके अलावा भी कई सारे चीज़ें रहते हैं that you have to prepare, like step by step learning I have showed you. They might ask you questions related to scan to BIM model, या फिर आपको workflow पूछ सकते हैं. What is the workflow for scan to BIM? Tell me. Now if you want to know the workflow for scan to BIM, you can watch out our YouTube video, the recording of our previous webinars, and you can understand what is scan to BIM. Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone? Shubham, Abdul, Om Prakash. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Thank you everyone for joining. In case anyone of you would like to talk with me, have a word with me, okay, you can message me on WhatsApp directly and take my time and come with a proper agenda, what question you have. Okay, you can directly initiate a conversation with me. If you need any help or guidance related to your interview or your BIM preparation, you can ask me directly. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.